You ever go through something major and just not tell anyone? Not because you're hiding it, but because you just don't have the energy to explain, or you're not even sure how people will respond. That's where I've been, and today I want to talk about why I've been keeping quiet, not because I'm hiding or keeping secrets, but just out of peace. You know, hey, this is Jane, and welcome to the Liminal space where I talk about the in between moments that shape us. So, I just want to share a perspective I had recently. You know how when something big happens in your life, the usual thing that you do or we do is to tell people about it. Yeah, like our friends, family, whoever you're close to, right? Well, yeah, in my case, it didn't happen. I mean, I didn't do that. At least not to most people. I only told about my case like maybe 3 or 4 people, and my thinking was if anyone would know, it's fine. They will know in time. But the reason I'm not saying it to them, to especially to my close friends or relatives, it's not because I don't trust them. It's just it's not really like that. It's more of I just didn't feel the need to update everyone because it felt like updating people meant inviting reactions I wasn't ready to manage. Not at this time, but it's also not because I don't feel like I feel like they don't care. I know they do. Um, I wouldn't be friends with these people, or of course with my close relatives. They're close for a reason, right? And the expectation, not really an expectation, but some of them would probably even pray for me or just check in from time to time. But honestly, at this time, I was just trying to protect my peace. I think part of me, or part of it is that I'm overly conscious. Like, even if I know my friends won't talk about me in a bad way, I still overthink. That's something I'm working on, like overthink less. um, I imagine conversations that probably won't even happen. But I just hate the idea of becoming news or becoming like a topic. You know what I mean? Like, hey, have you heard about Gene? Something like that. It's just an imaginary conversation that I know um, wouldn't would probably happen, but it's pretty normal. And to be super honest, there's also shame there. Not really about what's happening, but more about how things didn't go the way I planned. It's like it's like I had this path laid out and now it's messed up, and I feel like I failed. And yeah, I know I'm working on my grounding myself right now, reminding myself that it's okay, that life doesn't always follow the plans you have, but sometimes that voice in you creeps in, like, what will people say? Or it's possible, would they think any less of me now? I mean, I know that's crazy, but yeah, that's just me overthinking stuff. And there's another thing, it's the whole PT thing. Oh, that's just one of the main things I want to avoid. Like, I know no one's going to say it out loud, but the thought of someone feeling sorry for me just makes me want to disappear, you know. And again, it's probably just in my head, but still, I know it's a valid feeling. It's a feeling um, that is just there. You can't really deny it, but it's also a feeling I'd rather not deal with at this time. Another layer to this is I didn't want to add to anyone's emotional burden or emotional load. Everyone's already dealing with their own stuff. So we just have to, I guess, we just have to acknowledge that it's not only about us, so it's also about them. So, like, balancing the energy or balancing the emotional load of each one of us is important or key. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's just me, because for some reason, or for sure some of my friends are also going through things, and who knows, they might be even heavier than what I have right now, and I just didn't want to dump mine on them. It wasn't really about hiding to them, keeping secrets to them. It was more like, do they really need to know this right now? Or is there any impact, or is there a purpose, really? Like, on the base scale, is there any reason why I'm wanna tell it to them? Okay. Don't get me wrong, I don't have really that criteria of telling, or criteria of who are the people I would want to share it with. I've shared it to like maybe 3 or 4 people, but um, I didn't think that these are, or I didn't really proactively chose these people to talk to. It just happened. But most of the time, I prefer saying things in person rather than saying things in online. But yeah, I guess at some point I will definitely tell them. But I guess until I'm ready to face the emotional and probably psychological part of it, I'll keep it to myself and the few people I've told about it. But I've also been thinking, maybe I underestimated people. Maybe some of them would want to know. Maybe they'd want to show up for me in their own way. And I get that. The thing is, support can get tricky. People mean well, that's for sure, but they don't always know how to show it. Even I experienced that when I had when, well, not had, but like when I have a friend who got diagnosed with, you know um like depression. And I really, honestly, I was really tiptoeing, because I don't know how to approach the situation. I just wanna, deep inside me, I want that person to feel that I'm just here for them. However, that person is not really reaching out, and it wasn't really her fault. I've never been clinically diagnosed with depression, so I don't know the feeling. But I understand that being in that situation, at the time it was years ago, so I didn't understand that much the dynamics that's going on happening. But I think as years went by, what's important is to make that friend or make that someone feel that you're just there for them anytime that they need you. So just be sure to check in with them from time to time, and make your presence felt. Not like, make them feel that you're just there, and not make them feel that you're ghosting them. Yeah, does that make sense? So yeah, that was my experience. So now, it's a different situation because mine is an illness. So yeah, sometimes I get sensitive as well, or expect more than I probably should. Like, if someone goes quiet, I might overthink it. I might assume that something's wrong or feel ghosted when that's not what is even happening. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I guess I'm rambling too much, but right now I've just been navigating it quietly, not out of fear or secrecy, but because peace for now looks like staying in my own lane and choosing who I bring in with intention. That doesn't mean I love my people less. So if my friends are hearing this out at some point, please don't feel bad, or I hope you understand where I'm coming from. It just means that I'm learning to handle things in a way that doesn't drain me. So emotional energy is really important at this point in my life, and maybe when I'm ready, I'll talk to them. That's for sure. But right now, I guess I'm okay with silence, with the quiet. Yeah. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from. Now I'm curious, and I really want to hear from you guys who are listening to me. If you were in my situation, what would you do? Would you tell people? Would you keep it to yourself like I did? Or do you think I'm overthinking all of this? Or does this kind of thing make sense to you? So leave a comment whether you agree or disagree. I just want to know why. I honestly want to know your take because I'm just open to different perspectives. No judgment here, just real talk. Let's have the conversation, hopefully. And thanks for being here. If this kind of reflection is your thing, feel free to subscribe so you won't miss the next episode. Thanks again for listening. I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.